All right, mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check 1, 2, 3. We are here in Brookings, South Dakota, Bob Shelden Field, home of the Brookings. Brookings. Also SDSU. They made ice cream. Did you know they invented ice cream here, Bryce? They did. They invented every ice cream you've ever known. Ice cream was right here. Ice cream. Brookings ice cream. We're checking the mic if this is accidentally going out over stream, which would be embarrassing. In which case, everybody know it was Brayden Butler's fault. We good? All right, we are ready. Oh, we are live here in Bob Shelden Field in Brookings, South Dakota. We are getting ready for Game 11 between Watertown, post 17, and Renner, post 307. We're going to go into our pregame in just a moment, but first, special presentation down on the field.
A resident of Belfouche, formerly of Herrick, Greg has been an invaluable member of the South Dakota Umpires Association, serving as vice president since 2019. He has also served as a district umpire for many years, developing umpires in South Central South Dakota and across the state. Greg has been selected to work numerous Legion State tournaments, serving as an umpire-in-chief for many of them. In addition to umpiring, he has spent many years coaching and assisting with his local Little League baseball programs. Greg is easily the most passionate, outspoken, and proudest member of the South Dakota Umpires Association. Joining him today is his daughter, Tara Hahn, and granddaughters, Isla and Elsie Hahn. Jesse Devine, Secretary of the South Dakota Umpires Association and Chairman of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission off to our right, Lyle Tolsma, along with the rest of our umpiring crew, are all here to join in celebrating Greg's impact on baseball and the South Dakota umpiring community. Thank you, Greg, for making baseball better in South Dakota. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Warren.
And with that, let's go ahead and play some baseball. We're at Bob Shelden Field here in Brookings, South Dakota. My name is Tehl Tanner. Welcome you into this edition of KYNTV's coverage of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. We are just getting underway for Game 11 of this tournament. We are already in the double digits in terms of games of a possible 15 that we could be playing, and I am very excited for tonight's game. The final two undefeated tournament teams, Watertown post 17 and Renner post 307. This is the final non-elimination game of this tournament, as neither team in this game has lost yet, and this is double elimination. But big implications for this one, because the winner of tonight's game, as this is double elimination and you only play one game Friday, the winner of this game is guaranteed to make it to Saturday, making it to Championship Saturday. The winner of this game will be going to Championship Saturday no matter what happens tomorrow. It's just a matter of whether they have one game to give or whether they win or lose and go home on Saturday. So definitely big implications for this game. Both teams are really going to try and take this one. That means they can theoretically take a loss tomorrow. You don't want it, but you could take it because you've already won and made it to Saturday by winning tonight. Once again, it is Watertown post 17 versus Renner, the Royals of post 307, doing battle here in Game 11. Our first pitch is scheduled for 7 p.m. Watertown came into this ball game as the 5 seed in this tournament, and Renner came into this game as the 3 seed. As we go now to our bracket review from the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton, located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykow Stadium and the SDSU campus, and a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at the Dakota Bank Center. You can start your day with a free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. All at the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. Let's go ahead and go to the bracket review now. Once again, we have had just 10 games that have already been completed. We're going to roll through today's games and the teams that have already been eliminated. Once again, Yankton and Sioux Falls East post 15 were eliminated yesterday. Today, we had Rapid City post 22 and Brandon Valley both eliminated. Harrisburg Gold defeated Rapid City post 22, and Brookings defeated Brandon Valley. Both of those two teams make it to Friday's action, Harrisburg Gold and Brookings. Watertown and Renner have both made it to Friday as well. What we don't know is the matchups as of yet, but we do know our 4 teams for Friday. Our final 4 are Harrisburg Gold, Brookings, Watertown, and Renner post 307. Those are our final 4. We're going to go through our starting lineups here in a moment, but first let's go ahead and go through our coaches for both teams. For Renner, who is going to be the home team in this one as the higher seed, this is a 3-5 matchup. Renner is the 3 seed, Watertown the 5 seed. The head coach for Renner is Isaac Struck. Assistant coaches Dalton Vanderlaud and Tristan Van Wassenhove. For Watertown, the coaching matchup, head coach Ryan Neal, assistant coach Nick Jeffrey, assistant Travis Schmidt, and the bat boy is Phoenix Thomas. Those are the coaching matchups for this ball game. We'll go over our starting pitchers and then our starting 9 for each team as well. They are being announced on the field at the moment. We're going to get to our code of conduct read as well in just a minute on our pregame. Let's go to Nash Berg, who is going to be the starting pitcher for Watertown today, number 15, and he'll be on the mound for Watertown to start this game off. Ryan Arbogast, who you might remember from being in this tournament, he did throw in the game 2 of this tournament against Yankton. Didn't have his best performance. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but the pitch count was low enough that he was able to start today. Ryan Arbogast will be making the start on the mound for Renner. Let's go through the batting order and the starting 9 here for Renner Royals, the home team and the high seed in this one. Batting first is the shortstop, Charlie Huners. Number 2. Number 16, batting second, and the center fielder, Kyle Konechny. Number 7, batting third in the lineup is the catcher, Sully Schlimgen. Number 5, batting fourth in the lineup, and the first baseman, Zachary Dunham. Number 14, and the right fielder, batting fifth in the lineup is Hunter Denbor. Batting sixth in the lineup is number 1, the third baseman, Brogan Moffitt. Batting seventh in the lineup is number 23, the second baseman, Brody Jacobson. Batting eighth is number 21, the DH, Jacob Doctor. And batting in the 9-hole, number 22, Jacob Sanderson, who will be out in left field. With that, we're going to go ahead and go to Watertown in their starting 9 as well. The leadoff batter of this ball game and for Watertown will be Hayden Reese. He's number 2, and he will play third base. The second batter in the lineup is going to be Mitch Olson today. He's number 5, and he'll be out in left field. The third batter in the lineup, Caden Rylance, number 16. He'll be behind home plate at the catcher position. Number 23, Nathan Briggs, will bat fourth in the lineup, and that is your shortstop. Fifth in the lineup today is number 7, Marcus Rabine, your designated hitter. Sixth in the lineup is number 14, Talon Jurgens, who threw last night. He was the starting pitcher in the win over Harrisburg Gold. He will be playing first base, batting sixth in the order. Batting seventh in the order is Marcus Pitkin, number 22. He'll be out in center field today. Batting eighth in the lineup now is Trayton Hemerick, the number 9, and he will be your second baseman. And finally, your 9-hole batter is Dylan Rodden. He's number 4, and he will be in right field. That is your starting 9 for both teams. We're going to take a look at the pitching matchup here in just a moment as well. But first, we're going to be getting to the American Legion Code of Conduct read by a member of the American Legion coming up here in just a moment. This is KYNTV's coverage of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. My name is Tehl Tanner, along with Bryce Ladwig, Brayden Butler, and Austin Cottle here, along with Barry Hine as well. Let's go ahead now to the Code of Conduct of the American Legion.
Your hats for the reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. It will be followed by the presentation of colors and then the singing of our national anthem. And we remind you to please remain standing and honor the colors after the anthem until they have been retired. Now to recite the code, a member of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, Mr. Randy Miller.
Congratulations for making this far. It's still been a great tournament, very competitive games. In that competition, we need to remind ourselves about playing hard, being competitive, playing with passion, but passion under control. Sportsmanship at all times. Repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body.
And now to present the colors, Brookings Hoffman Townsend American Legion Post 74.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
Let's play some baseball. We are here once again up in Brookings at Bob Shelden Field. My name is Tehl Tanner, bringing you this game 11 of a possible 15 in this tournament. We're going to be here through Saturday. There are 2 games tomorrow starting at 4 and 7 p.m. We do know the teams. We do not yet know the matchups or the times. The teams will be Harrisburg Gold, post 45, Brookings, post 74. Going to have Watertown post 17 and the Renner Royals post 307. Watertown and Renner are set to battle right now. We're starting a few minutes late tonight, but don't you worry. This time, there's no weather on the horizon. It is actually perfectly clear as we give you our field conditions, starting off this game 11 at 8:03 p.m. It is currently 78 degrees in Brookings with sunny skies at 8:04. The temperature is supposed to start falling here very quickly because we're having such a late game. We will be playing under the lights before this one's over, so it's very exciting for the athletes. And the wind is almost nothing. You can take a look at the flagpoles. It was blowing out today in a heavy way that caused multiple home runs, the first day of the tournament that we saw any home runs. But right now the wind is just about dead. I'm seeing 5-mile-an-hour winds out of the north. That is still coming in, blowing out, but not too much wind to speak of at the moment. But it is good conditions for baseball. We are ready to get rolling now. It is Renner out on the mound first. Rylan Arbogast will be making his second appearance of this tournament. Once again, second appearance. You did see Arbogast once earlier, and that was game 2 of this tournament. He came in the 6th inning in relief of Bear, pitched 11 times, faced 5 batters, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. That was in the win over Yankton in 10 innings, 7-6. Wasn't his best performance, but because he only threw 11 pitches, he was able to come back and pitch again in this tournament. He will get the start tonight. Let's go ahead and go over his season stats in that case, because he has had a very good season to this point. Rylan Arbogast has pitched 27.2 innings. He has 3 starts in 7 total appearances. He has 4 wins and 1 loss. This is all regular season, by the way. 14 runs, 8 walks to 16 strikeouts, and a 2.53 ERA. That is your stats for the starting pitcher for the Renner Royals, Rylan Arbogast. Let's start talking about the Watertown batters. Hayden Reese is up to bat first. Reese, in the win over Harrisburg Gold just last night, scored the very first run of the ball game. There was a walk with the bases loaded that brought him in. It was top of the first inning. And here we go. He'll lead off this game. First pitch ball delivered from Rylan Arbogast. We are just underway in Game 11 of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. Foul ball off the bat of Hayden Reese now. This is the third baseman coming up to bat. Reese bats .317 on the year, a .455 OBP. That is regular season stats, not counting the 2 tournament games we have seen this week. The 1-1. Just missed on that one, a 2-1 count now. Watertown, as you can see, wearing the lavender jerseys. Helmet, top, and pants. All that nice lavender color, I love it. Renner will be in the white jerseys. In the uniform matchup, I feel like this purple uniform might be the best one I've seen of the tournament so far. I think that's a pretty easy, safe bet. Hopefully somebody else is still saving one as we've got our first walk of the ball game. Hayden Reese, for the second game in a row, takes a lead-off walk. Once again, this is how the game started last night between Watertown and Harrisburg Gold. Hayden Reese was walked to start off the ball game, and he was eventually got home on a bases-loaded walk 3 batters later. Bring up Mitch Olson now. Olson out in left field today. First pitch high for him. Mitch Olson bats .388 on the year with a .507 on-base percentage. 62 hits for him with 36 RBIs, and he's going to have a foul ball here. 47 runs scored, 55 runs scored for Hayden Reese, by the way, coming into the tournament. Olson, after a foul ball, is a 1-1 count here, starting things off in the top of the first inning. A 1-1 pitch. High throw this time. Once again, we are just underway despite the late time. It is 8:08 p.m. 2-1 is your count. Once again, with that weather delay last night, kind of impacted everything that happened today. First game didn't get underway until noon because they had to kind of dry the outfield. Another foul ball, make it a 2-2 count. Rapid City, Brandon Valley and Brookings played today. Renner and Brookings was the first game this morning. They played the first, I think, inning and a half. They were in the second inning when the delay struck, and they finished the game this morning. Renner was victorious, 1-0. Now we've got a drive out towards right field, high shot, and it'll come down in the glove of the right fielder for Renner, Hunter Denborn. That is 1 out on the board with 1 on for Watertown. F9 in the books, and now comes Caden Rylance.
Catcher number 16.
This is the catcher. He bats third in the lineup for good reason. We'll give you his stats after this first pitch. Arbogast fires, ball 1. So Caden Rylance comes in today batting .369, a .424 OBP. He has 62 hits, 50 RBIs on the season, and 39 runs scored. 50 RBIs for him, and we've got a high shot to right field here. Might come down in fair territory. It does, but it's caught out and right once again by Denborn. Now we've got 2 outs and 1 man on first base for Watertown. That'll bring up Nathan Briggs, a guy I was very excited to see today. Nathan Briggs, so far in this tournament, has been the best bat of any team. He has the highest batting average of any player so far in this tournament through the first couple of games. We're in game 11. He bats .714 so far in the tournament, including last night, the game-winning RBI. Brought home Mitch Olson with an RBI single that ended up being the deciding run in the 11th inning. One count now for Briggs, who will be the shortstop in this game. 2 down. Man on first. Arbogast throws, swing and miss for strike 2. One-two count now with 2 down. Renner trying to finish off the top of the first. Reese still leads off first. Briggs at the plate. The 1-2. Foul ball. Count will remain. Marcus Rabine is on deck, by the way, the designated hitter. The 1-2. High throw. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first inning. Watertown and Renner, battle of the undefeated. This is the final 2 teams in this tournament yet to lose a game in double elimination bracket. Another ball comes in. Actually, that hits the batter. So Briggs is going to take first. Hits the batter on the 2-2 count. And that'll bring up Marcus Rabine. A .341 batting average for Rabine. A .500 on-base percentage. 30 hits, 35 RBIs, and 26 runs scored on the season for the designated hitter. Lefty batter, he's got a man in scoring position, and Reese leading off of second. Briggs, who was just hit by pitch, is on first. First throw was well inside. Might have clipped his shoulder, but he ducked away. It'll be a 1-0 count. Two outs on the board. Arbogast on the mound. He'll throw, swing and miss for strike 1. Rylan Arbogast, once again, your pitcher this evening for Renner. Arbogast boasts an ERA of under 3. His second appearance in this tournament. Pitched game 2 of the tournament against Yankton. No, he did not go around, so that'll be ball 2. In that game against Yankton was not his best performance. He only ended up throwing 11 pitches in relief, faced 5 batters, gave up 3 hits and a run. But the low pitch count made it to where he was able to stay in the tournament and start today. The 2-1. High fly ball in the infield. The shortstop coming underneath it. Everybody rounding bases, and the catch is made. Charlie Huners got under that one, and no score in the bottom of the first. We go now to the bottom with the Renner Royals bats. This is KYNTV's coverage of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Top of the first in the books. Here come the Renner Royals bats in their third game of this tournament. On the mound once again is Nash Berg. Berg, the usual first baseman for Watertown. Now on the mound, the pitcher from last night, Talon Jurgens, will take over duties at first base. We'll give you the pitcher's stats here in just a moment, but Charlie Huners is stepping up to bat. Gonna lead it off. First pitch ball, Huners bats .304 on the season and a .403 OBP. Second pitch, high, make it a 2-0 count now for Nash Berg. Another ball throw. Make it a 3-0 now. 3 misses to start for Nash Berg. Down the strike zone that time, 3-1. First batter up for the Renner Royals, Charlie Huners. This is the shortstop. Inside that time, no, just caught the strike zone. Full count. The left-handed pitcher got the strike. Strike out of the first batter face, was down in the count, 3-0. Got the swing and miss to strike out Charlie Huners to start this one off. Let's go through the pitching stats now for Nash Berg. Berg has thrown 60 innings this year, played 15 games with 11 starts, 6 wins and 4 losses, 2 saves, 52 hits, 30 runs, 30 walks to 51 strikeouts, and a .245 ERA. Those are the stats for the starting pitcher in Nash Berg. He delivered ball 1 to Kyle Konechny, the center fielder who bats second in the lineup. Now strike 1 comes in. Pitch outside for a 2-1 count now. Two-one pitch with 1 down. This is on the breaking ball. 3-1 count. Checked his swing. Walk. So Kyle Konechny is going to take first base on the walk. And Sully Schlimgen, the catcher, now comes up to bat. Sullivan Schlimgen, they call him Sully, taking his first pitch. High. .424 batting average for the third man in the lineup and a .504 OBP. 42 hits, 31 RBIs with 31 runs. 1-1 count for the catcher with 1 out on the board. Once again, game 3 for both of these two teams. Both undefeated in the tournament. Throw over to first base, not going to pick off the runner, trying to catch Konechny. Watertown, in order to get here, defeated Sioux Falls East in game 1 of this tournament, 4-2. Defeated Harrisburg Gold last night, 3-2 in 11 innings. to earn their spot here. The 2-1. Misses for a 3-1. Renner, on the other hand, they beat Yankton in 10 innings in Game 2 of the tournament, 7-6. They then defeated Brookings both last night and this morning. That was the weird weather game where we had like a 16-hour delay it ended up being. Foul ball out of the park here. Renner did beat Brookings 1-0. A very low-scoring affair. I believe that one run came in the 6th as well. Earn their spot in this ball game. We got a full count now incoming with 1 out on the board. Runner leading off of first is Konechny. Pitch for Sullivan, walked him. So a strikeout and then back-to-back walks is how Nash Berg is going to start this ball game, and we've got a mound visit. Coach wants to come out, talk with his pitcher here in the bottom of this first inning. Brings in the infield, have a little bit of a meeting. Go over the situation once again. Today's game, this last game of this day, is the final non-elimination game we're going to have. Both teams have yet to lose, and this is a double elimination style tournament. Our final 4 teams for tomorrow are set. What this game will determine is the order of games to be played. Harrisburg Gold, Brookings, Watertown, and Renner are your final 4 teams. What we don't know is who's playing who and who's playing when. The games will be at 4 and 7. It'll be announced after the conclusion of this one. What I can tell you is they do want to avoid teams playing twice before Saturday, and after this game, Renner will have played both Watertown and Brookings, so matchups could be easy to figure out. It's hard to say. Little grounder, straight past third, out towards left field. We're going to have a run come in for Renner, the first one of this ball game. Safe at home. Kyle Konechny is hit home. Zachary Dunham with the RBI. Zach Dunham, the first baseman, drills that RBI single, and 1 run is on the board for Renner. Right after the mound visit, a run comes in for the home team in this matchup, the 3rd-seeded Renner Royals. Hunter Denboer now batting. Denboer takes a high pitch. Hunter Denboer bats .279 on the season with a .360 OBP. 29 hits, 32 RBIs, and 31 runs scored. Another ball, 3-0 count here. Nash Berg. Little struggle out of the gate. Did strike out his first batter, but then on the score sheet, walk, RBI single in the last 3. Now a 3-0 count, 4 pitches miss after the RBI, and a 4-pitch walk. Hunter Denboer will take first to load the bases.
The base on balls brings up the 3rd baseman, number 1, Brogan Moffitt.
Brogan Moffitt now batting for Renner. Moffitt on the season, .351 batting average, .557 OBP, 21 hits, 19 RBIs, and 21 runs scored. Bases loaded for the 3rd baseman. 2-0 count for another miss from Nash Berg. That one will end the streak of balls at 6. Make it a 2-1 count now with 1 out. Bases loaded. Facing Brogan Moffitt, the 6th batter in the lineup for Renner. Another high pitch will make it a 3-1 count with 1 out on the board. Foul ball. Make it a full count here with 1 down and the bases loaded. Brody Jacobson is on deck. Moffitt at the plate with a full count pitch incoming. 1 down. We're in the bottom of the first. 1-0. Renner leads this ball game. They've already had 1 run score. Swing and miss on the full count. 2 outs. So an interesting inning for the pitcher. We'll go through the score sheet. Strikeout, walk, walk, RBI single, walk, strikeout. We go to the 7th batter in the lineup, Brody Jacobson. Breaking ball hits the strike zone. 0-1 count with 2 outs. The score is 1-0. Renner on top, bases loaded. Renner got the bases loaded with only 1 out on the board. Watertown has a chance to get out of the inning before any more damage is done. It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Foul ball will make it a 1-2. The setting sun is putting long shadows on the field. Look at the runner on second for Renner, and you can see him holding up his hand trying to block the sun. We're at that time of day. This will end up being a night game here in about a half hour. Bases loaded. 1-2 pitch. High and inside, make it a 2-2 count with 2 down in a 1-0 ball game. Renner on top of Watertown. They've got the bases loaded. Brody Jacobson taking pitches. Jacob Doctor, the designated hitter, on deck. High fly ball in the infield. The first baseman calls it, and the catch is made. Watertown gets out of a tough situation with only 1 run given up. 1-0 is the score. Renner leads over Watertown after 1. This is KYNTV, the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
All right, let's go ahead and begin this second inning of play. Renner on top of Watertown 1-0. Rylan Arbogast on the mound for Renner. The first batter he's going to face in this inning will be Talon Jurgens, who bats 6th in the lineup. He is the first baseman for Watertown, as we have a kid playing with the mic down there. Sorry about that. But Watertown, first batter up once again, Talon Jurgens, who's about to step into the box. He was the pitcher in last night's game, starting pitcher for Watertown in the win over Harrisburg Gold. He pitched 8 full innings, had 102 pitches, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 strikeouts, no walks. It was a very impressive performance that propelled them to that 11-inning win. Did not get to see him bat. We'll give you his batting stats here in a second. First pitch strike delivered from Arbogast. Talon Jurgens comes into today with a .295 batting average and a .436 OBP. Swing and miss at the next one for an 0-2 count. And a spot of trouble here in an 0-2. Does have 31 hits, 17 RBIs, and 28 runs scored. The 0-2. Swing and miss, but it's dropped by the catcher. Throw over to first, and they've got the out. So the strikeout to the pitcher and the throw out at first. And Marcus Pitkin is up to bat. Pitkin out in center field today. First pitch, drilled out towards left field on the first ball he sees. Got a single. So with one down in the inning, Pitkin finds himself on first.
The second baseman, number 9, Tehl Tanner-Play-by-Play.
One out on the board. Another shot towards center field. The center fielder will make the catch. 2 outs on the board. And Trayton Hemerick will fly out. Dylan Rodden, the right fielder, now comes up to bat. A couple of quick at-bats for Watertown, and we now have the 9-hole batter. Two outs. Here's the pitch for Rodden. Got the outside corners for strike one. Rylan Arbogast on the mound for Renner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike two. Dylan Rodden down in the count with two outs on the board. The 0-2 pitch. Outside for a 1-2 count now. Arbogast steps off. Batter readjusts. Now steps back into the box. This is the 9-hole batter with a 1-2 count and 2 down. Runner on first. Foul ball. The Watertown batter will stay alive in the at-bat. We're at the bottom of the order. And the top of the second inning. 1-0, Renner leads. Outside for a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning. And a high fly ball out towards the left field. The shortstop juggled that one, but does make the catch for the out. Watertown will leave 1 on as we go to the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 ball game that Renner leads. Back here in 60 seconds on KYNTV, your home for the South Dakota American Legion State Class A baseball tournament.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
One to 0 is the score. Renner over Watertown in this ball game. We're in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, high. Nashberg on the mound here for Watertown. Post 17. Next pitch hits the strike zone, a 1-1 count. Got him on the breaking ball. Foul ball off the bat now. This is Jacob Doctor, the designated hitter, at bat for the Renner Royals. Doctor bats 8th in the lineup as the DH. Got a hit out towards left field. And another run scores. Once again, apologize for the mic setup in the crowd. We are taking care of the problem. 1-0 is the score of this ball game. Renner on top of Watertown. Jacob Sanderson, lefty batter, now in. Ball one, throw over to first. Trying to pick off Doctor. Won't get him. Showing bunt here down the right field line. It'll stay fair. Good positioning. Throw over to first. He's safe. What a bunt for Jacob Sanderson. Batting in the 9-hole. And Renner has 2 on with no outs. We go to our leadoff hitter, Charlie Huners. First pitch for Huners. He's going to bunt as well. This one goes into the glove of the pitcher. Throw over to first. They've got him, but he will advance the runners to second and third with only 1 down in the inning. Charlie Huners with the sacrifice bunt in the second. Kyle Konechny will now come up to bat. Konechny was walked to start off this ball game. And he does possess the lone run scored of this game. First pitch strike delivered from Berg. Konechny was walked to get on base, was hit home by Zachary Dunham with an RBI single as he was on second. Foul ball back into the net. Oh, 0-2 count now after the foul. Runners on second and third with 1 down. Konechny gonna put this one out towards the third baseman. Throw over to first. Late decision and an errant throw is gonna lead to more runs. Renner, the batter, slipped at third. He slipped as he rounded the corner. And Renner will not get more runs. They get 1 to go. Nope, they're gonna let him take it. Take the base as it went out of play there. And Renner will lead this ball game by a couple. A hesitation over at third. Third baseman wanted to throw home and then decided to throw over to first, and the throw was off target. Looks like obstruction was the call. So he might not have tripped as he rounded third. He might have ran into a batter. I was watching the first baseman, and I turned to see him on the ground and assumed he tripped, but there is obstruction is the call on the second run. First run scored on the errant throw. Second run scored on the obstruction. So we should have a 3-0 ball game. Renner on top. There's the update to the score, a 3-0. Out towards right field. This one's going to be shot back towards the wall, and one hops, two hops into the fence. Renner going to round the bases again, and another run is going to come in for the Royals. Slide into third. They're going to get him at third. Batter got greedy on the RBI, tried to take three, but he does get another run in. 2 outs on the board. Sully Schlimgen gets the RBI, but then is thrown out at third. So Sully Schlimgen got the RBI there. As we're going to have a little mound visit now for Watertown. And it looks like a pitching change. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here for a new pitcher to warm up. Back here in 60 seconds in a now 4-0 ball game on KYNTV.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
4-0 ball game. We are in. Renner over Watertown in the bottom of the second. We've got a pitching change here as the ball hits our little mic setup down there. Zachary Dunham is going to be your new pitcher. Excuse me. Zachary Dunham is going to be next up to bat, I believe, for Renner. Mitch Olson going to be pitching for Watertown. This actually is a battle of the number 5s at the moment. Both number 5s for both teams. In a battle here. Mitch Olson will slide into pitch. And Zach Dunham now in the box. Quick look at the outfield. Looks like Nash Berg has taken over duties at first base once again. We'll try and get you an update on left field. Mitch Olson came in from left, and it looks like Talon Jurgens, who was on first, went out to left field. First is now covered by the starting pitcher in Nash Berg, and then coming in from left field, Mitch Olson is now the pitcher. So once again, the left fielder came into pitch, the pitcher went to first, and the first baseman went to left. The 3-0. 4 balls in a row for Olson, and he'll walk his first batter in Zachary Dunham. 2 outs on the board, and bases are cleared after the Sully Schlimgen RBI and then was thrown out at third. He tried to take 3 bags. The 4-0. 4-0 is the score. 1-0 now the count. 2 outs for Olsen. The 1-0 pitch. Strike one delivered. This game brought to you by First Bank and Trust. It's proud to support the 2024 American Legion State Tournament. Wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. Another ball throw. It's a 2-1 count with 2 down. Runner on first here for Renner. Hunter Denboer in the box. The 2-1. Another pitch outside. Catcher handles it and threatens to throw over to first. Doesn't let it fly. Two outs. The 3-1. Missed. Walks the second batter again. So Renner now has back-to-back walks with the new pitcher in. Brogan Moffitt, who was struck out in his first plate appearance in the first inning, now batting in the second. First pitch ball for Moffitt. This is the third baseman. He's got runners on first and second. And a 1-0 count with 2 down. Check swing, strike. Four to 0. Once again, Renner leads over Watertown in the bottom of the second. It's been a very good inning for Renner, where we have seen Jacob Doctor, Jacob Sanderson, and Kyle Konechny all score runs. The RBIs from Konechny and Sullivan, and 2 errors on Watertown in this inning. Two to 2 is the count with 2 outs. 4-0 ball game. Foul ball. The 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Incoming. That one bounced in front of the catcher. He's going to glove it. Got it before anybody moved. We do have the final pitching stats for Nash Berg in. We'll give them to you after this full count pitch. From Mitch Olson. Foul ball. So Nash Berg's final pitching stats will be 1.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 44 pitches. Mitch Olson, now pitching, came in from left field. Here's the full count pitch. Down the left field line again, this time fair. The third baseman throws over to first, and it is in time for out number 3. Watertown ends the inning, but not before heavy damage done. 3 runs score for Renner. This ball game is 4-0, Renner over Watertown. Back here in 60 seconds on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Make sure to turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. They'll take anything in on trade and will buy out your lease or loan without penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clear your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of their record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com. Let's begin the third inning. First pitch strike delivered here from Rylan Arbogast. Starting pitcher for Renner has given up only one hit in this ball game, no runs. This is Hayden Reese, the leadoff hitter for Watertown, who's up to bat. Reese was walked in his first plate appearance. Now back in the third. Checks his swing. Ball throw. 1-2 is the count. Reese still down in the count, in a spot of trouble here, leading off the third inning in a 4-0 ball game. Watertown trails. This time he's going to get a hold of it. It'll go to the third baseman on 2 hops. Throw over to first. Safe is the call. Reese outruns the throw, and he'll stand on first. Mitch Olson now comes into bat. This is now your pitcher of this ball game. Started in left, now pitching. 4-0 is once again your score. Got a hold of that one. It's going to go into foul territory. The shortstop dives, can't get there. Both short and third were after that one. Both hit the ground, but neither come away with it. Let's take a moment, thank another one of our sponsors, First Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of the 2024 American Legion State Tournament. They wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. And we return to action here in the at-bat for Mitch Olson, second in the lineup for Watertown post 17. The lights are on in the stadium in Brookings. We're at Bob Shelden Field. And another shot out towards center field. The center fielder makes the catch and throws it in. They're going to try and catch the runner at first. He has to slide in. They got him! 2 outs on a fly out to center. What a throw! Kyle Konechny has been the player of this game. He has 2 of Renner's 4 runs. He has an RBI, and that incredible play out in center. What a throw over to first. Swing and miss in the next at-bat. Up is Caden Rylance, who is the catcher. One with 2 outs now on the board. Bases are cleared for Rylance. What an incredible throw from Konechny out in center field. Kyle Konechny so far has easily been the player of this game. Once again, he has 2 of the 4 Renner runs. He also has one of the RBIs and an incredible defensive play. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2. Nathan Briggs is on deck. Rylance with a full count. Out towards center field once again. Konechny trying to get underneath it. It's going to drop between short and center. Perfect placement there from Rylance, and he'll take first base. So Watertown has one on a bag, 2 outs in the inning. They do trail 4-0. But here comes Nathan Briggs, the shortstop, who once again has the highest batting average of any player in this tournament coming into this game. Nearly takes a header on that one, ducked away from it. Ball 1. 714 batting average coming into this game. He was hit by a pitch in his first trip to the batter's box. Nearly got hit there. Swing and miss on the next pitch for strike 1. So it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs for Briggs. Foul ball. 1-2 is your count. One-two pitch incoming from Rylan Arbogast. Strikeout. Arbogast gets the punch out. We go to the bottom of the third on KYNTV. This 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament returns in 60 seconds.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
4-0 is the score of this here ball game. 8:57 p.m. About to hit the 9 o'clock hour. This game started just after 8, an hour later than was originally scheduled due to the weather delay from last night, and then this morning as well. The Renner Brookings game from last night had about a 16-hour overnight delay. Everybody had to run off the field from lightning, and a couple minutes later, the rain hit heavy. Game restarted at noon, and Renner was able to pull it out in 7, 1-0. After that, we had Harrisburg Gold defeat Rapid City Post 22 in Mercy Rule, 15-5 fashion. Brandon Valley then fell to Brookings in Game 3 today after obviously the reschedule and weather delay, 3-0. And that leads us into this game here with a 2-1 count for Brody Jacobson for Renner. Jacobson swing and miss for strike 2 here. He's got a 2-2 count facing Mitch Olson on the mound for Watertown, post 17. The Renner Royals had a very good second inning, putting up 3 runs on the board. Swing and miss, but it's dropped by the catcher. Throw over to first, and he's got it in time. It got by the catcher there. It was a very low ball. I was behind the catcher, so it's hard to see, but I believe it bounced in front of him. And with the swing, it just threw off everything. And a runner is safe on first. So a dropped third strike. Jacobson reaches on the wild pitch. Foul ball from Jacob Doctor. So an 0-1 count. Jacobson leads off first. Doctor, the designated hitter, at the plate. Doctor hit a single, throw over to first. Doctor hit a single in his last trip here in the second inning. He led off the inning with that single and then eventually was hit home on the RBI from Kyle Konechny. The 0-1 pitch, runner goes here. Catcher sheds the mask. Had a little trouble getting it off. Couldn't get the throw away. And a stolen base for Brody Jacobson. One count. Jacobson leads off second. Doctor took another ball there. 2-1 count. Jacob Doctor has a run scored and a hit in this ball game. Checked his swing on that one. Ball 3. A lot at stake in this ball game. We'll go over the situation after this at bat from Doctor. He's got a 3-1 count. Mitch Olson on the mound. Walked him. So Doctor will take first base. Runners on first and second for the leading team, Renner Royals, 4-0. They have the advantage. So once again, the final 4 teams are set. Both of these teams here today, since they have yet to lose in this double elimination tournament, will make it to tomorrow. But the winner of this game gets a massive reward. Because this is double elimination, they will be guaranteed a game in Championship Saturday. So the winner of this game will make it to Saturday. The loser will only have 1 game left as they throw over to second. They've got the runner between second and third. He slides in, safe! They had him caught between the bags, and he slides in safe to third. You could see him as he slides into third. He gets up and had to plead his case to the coach. He's kind of in trouble for that one, but he was safe. And now he's in good scoring position at third base, so it worked out for him. That is Brody Jacobson over on third base. Jacob Sanderson trying to bring him home with a 1-0 count. A lefty batter. Got on base with a bunt. Perfect bunt down the right field line. Was able to get on base. And advanced runners. So Jacobson stands on third. Doctor stands on first after the walk.
Can the truck in the outfield turn its headlights off if they can hear us? The truck in left field, please turn your headlights off.
If you are watching this ball game on KYNTV and you are currently parked out in left field in what looks like a black pickup truck, the officials of this game are asking you to turn your lights off. Well, there we go. Got them off. And the applause from the crowd. Yes, thank you. And we continue. Four to 0 is the score. Runner only a few feet away, leading off third. Bunt attempt misses. It's a 1-1 count. Sanderson showed his hand there, was trying to bunt. They have outs to give. Throw over to first, safe. Renner has outs to give. A bunt, if you place it either forward or over to the right, will likely give you a run scored. Brody Jacobson having a healthy lead off third. And he's going to go. Nope, he'll stay. It went left. Throw over to first base. Got him at first. Sanderson thrown out at first on the bunt. Jacobson was trying to go home, but the bunt goes just straight to the pitcher. Had to wait. Sanderson is thrown out at first. Charlie Huners, the leadoff batter, will now take pitches. But what that bunt did was advance Jacob Doctor over to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Renner Royals, with the leadoff hitter, Charlie Huners, at the plate. Huners struck out in the first inning, had a sacrifice bunt in the second, and now swinging at him, trying to get an RBI here in the third, but he does have an 0-2 count after foul balls. This one's going to be a base hit and RBIs for Charlie Huners. 2 of them are going to come in. It was perfectly placed between short and third, and he's got a double out of it. 2 RBI double hit for the leadoff hitter for the Renner Royals. (6-0). Renner leads Watertown. Renner came to play tonight. This is the second game of the day for Renner. It's not technically a doubleheader because they played in game 1 and 4 today. But they had a game that started at noon, and now a left field line drive went right over third base. It was fair, and another run comes in. Kyle Konechny continuing to be the player of this game with an RBI and 2 bags taken. Once again, the second game of the day for Renner. Looks like they started this game kind of in mid-game form. They were ready to roll off the jump. This is a 7-0 lead. (7-0) is the score. And I believe another mound visit coming in. The infield coming in to talk with Mitch Olson. And it looks like the head coach for Watertown currently speaking with the official. Now he's going to come out and join the party on the mound. So let's go over this game a little bit. Once again, it's a 7-0 ball game. Charlie Huner just scored. Schlimgen at bat. Konechny will be at second. We did see Brody Jacobson score, who had an interesting at-bat. He actually struck out, but reached first on the wild pitch. It was really low, bounced in front of home plate. I think it might have actually hit the plate. It was really close there. He swung at it, struck out on it, strike 3, but was able to run to first because it got by the catcher. Then he stole second, stole third, was hit home by Charlie Huners. Jacob Doctor also scored on the RBI from Charlie Huners. He was walked to get to first. Much less exciting, but still effective. Throw over to second. Not going to pick off Konechny. Konechny, once again, has scored 2 runs so far in this game himself, and he has 2 RBIs, 2 hits, a single and a double. He's the center fielder who has made that incredible defensive play in the top of this inning as well. Or in the second, I believe. It was top of the second. We are in the bottom of the third, a 7-0 ball game. Sully Schlimgen, who did get an RBI in his last batting attempt, was then thrown out at third as he tried to take 3 bags. 1-2 count with 1 out. But he did get Konechny home in that second inning. Got a little breakage of play here. And we return. Schlimgen with a 2-2 count and 1 out. Pitcher checking the man on second. Now slings it for strike 3. 2 outs on the board. Schlimgen strikes out. Konechny on second. Zachary Dunham now up to bat. Dunham got the first RBI of this ball game. Hitting home, the man on second, Kyle Konechny. That was back in the first. Has a chance to do it again. Foul ball into the backstop. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Mitch Olson on the mound for Watertown. Little grounder straight to the third baseman. No, it goes past third and short both. A single hit, and a runner will advance from second to third. Runners on the corners now for Renner. With 2 outs on the board, Dunham takes first base. Konechny on third, and Hunter Denboer, the right fielder who has been walked twice, walked in the first inning, walked in the second, now up to bat in the third. He's got on base both plate appearances. First pitch is going to go wild, and another run scores for Renner, 8-0. 4 runs in the third. Runner goes off the wild pitch. And Zachary Dunham will stand on second now. So Kyle Konechny will score on the wild pitch, and he's got 3 runs himself, 2 RBIs, 2 hits, and a walk. Return to the at-bat for Hunter Denboer. Low throw. Ball 2. 2-0 count here. Renner is on top of Watertown. Catcher drops the ball there, but able to grab it before anybody moves. Dunham, who has 2 hits. He's got on base 3 times. The third was a walk. Leading off of second. And now a walk. 4-pitch walk for Hunter Denboer. 2 outs on the board, and here's Brogan Moffitt. First pitch for him. Gonna be a ball. Moffitt has runners on first and second. Dunham on second, Denboer on first. Both players have been left on base twice. In the first inning, they were both left on base. Second, left on base as well. They were both on the bags, as Renner left 2 on in both innings. In the third, threatening to do that again with the same 2 players with 2 outs here. We've got a grounder to the third baseman, and they will in fact be left on base as we have the third out. A grounder to third. Well, I guess one of them will be out at third. Either way, 8-0 is the score. Renner on top of Watertown. 8-0. 4 runs go in the third. This is KYNTV's coverage of the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. We return in a minute for the 4th.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
I tell you what, Renner came to play. 8-0 is the score after 3. Renner scores 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 4 in the third. They're just heating up. Watertown now comes up to bat. And it will be Nash Berg batting. First pitch for him, ball 1. So it looks like we are at the 5th slot in the lineup in the batting order. We were going to see Marcus Rabine, who bats in the 5th slot, but we will instead see Nash Berg, who is now the first baseman. He was the pitcher, and the new pitcher was the left fielder, Mitch Olson, so all 9 batters are actually in the outfield, so Marcus Rabine we will not see here. We are seeing Nash Berg. The 1-0. Strike 1 delivered. Another low and inside pitch. Ball 2. 2-1 count here. The 2-1. Inside, make it a 3-1 count now. Watertown in desperate need of some momentum here. A leadoff base hit would go a long way for the 5 seed. 3-1 count. Swing and miss for strike 2. We got a full count incoming now. Watertown, once again last night, had an incredible win over Harrisburg Gold in 11 innings. 3-2 was the final. A little sluggish out of the gate in this one, but still lots of baseball left to be played. Another foul ball will keep the batter alive. Full count pitch, part 2 around the corner. Nash Berg batting. Ryan Arbogast, who's thrown a very good game on the mound for Renner. Foul ball. So 2 foul balls in a row on full count pitches. Let's go to full count pitch, part 3. Here's full count pitch, part 3. Arbogast, readies. Walked him. So Nash Berg is going to take first base. We return to the regular batting order. Batting 6th is Talon Jurgens. Jurgens started at first. He's now in left field. Jurgens was struck out in his first plate appearance. That was in the 2nd inning. Now batting 2nd in the 4th. First pitch ball. High and inside for Rylan Arbogast. Arbogast so far has thrown 3 full innings, has allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs. Foul ball. Out of the park down the left line. One count here. Berg leading off of first. Jurgens will take the 1-1. Down towards left field. That's going to be a base hit. A single for Jurgens. Berg takes second. Jurgens with a single. Marcus Pitkin now coming into bat. He did get a single in his first plate appearance. The first hit of the game for Watertown, it ended up being. He was eventually left on base in the second. Swing and miss for strike one for Pitkin here. We've got a night game here on Thursday evening, welcoming in the month of August. Took me till about 3 p.m. today to realize we had switched months. About how it goes. Here's the 0-1. Just got the strike zone for an 0-2 count incoming now. It's 20 after 9 p.m. on this Thursday. We are in the top of the fourth inning. This game started late once again due to the weather delay from last night and had to finish a game this morning. Pushed everything back. That's why we're playing so late here. The 0-2 pitch. Down the left field line, the third baseman grabs it, tags a bag, throw to first. Double play for Renner. So a grounder into the double play for Marcus Pitkin. Nash Berg is out at third. And all of a sudden, Talon Jurgens is the lone man on base. He stands on second. 2 outs on the board, and here's Trayton Hemerick. Hemerick flew out to center back in the second inning. This is his second plate appearance. Foul ball. 1-1 count here with 2 outs. This is game 11 of this tournament. We're going to have 14 for sure and a possible 15th if necessary. The final 3 to 4 games will be played Friday and Saturday. 2 games tomorrow starting at 4 and 7, and Saturday will begin at 11. Another strike thrown here from Rylan Arbogast. Game 2 on Saturday will begin 30 minutes after game 14, if necessary. 2 outs on the board. Once again, all coverage of all of these games are right here at KYNTV. Another foul ball out of the park. Nobody's grabbing that one. Hit on top of the grandstands here. One-two count will remain with a runner in scoring position for Watertown, the top of the fourth. Another ball, 2-2 count here with 2 down in the inning for Renner. Renner's really got the bats moving today. So far, no runs allowed defensively. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Just missed on that one. Full count now incoming with 2 down. This is the top of the fourth. Right into the glove of the first baseman on a 1-hop. He'll tag the bag. Out number 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth for the Renner Bats, leading 8-0. This game brought to you by Brookings Auto Mall. Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. They'll take anything in on trade and will buy out your lease or loan without penalties. Putting cash in your pocket's never been easier. Break free from those payments. Let Brookings Auto Mall clear your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of their record inventory. Always open at Brookings Auto Mall back in 60 on KYNTV.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit, 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
All right, new pitcher on the mound here for Watertown. It's going to be number 4, Dylan Rodden, who was batting 9th in the order. As I adjust my scorebook here. We do have final stats incoming now for Mitch Olson as his day on the mound is done. We'll give you an update on the adjusted and updated outfield for Watertown once again here in just a moment. But first off, we've got Brody Jacobson coming up to the plate. He led off the 3rd inning as well, now leading off the 4th. We went through the full 9 in the 3rd inning. Jacobson leads off back-to-back innings now. Last time he was here, he was struck out, but reached on a wild pitch, and now he's going to have a base hit. Right over the top of second base into center field, and he stands on first base. Last time he got on first base, he ended up stealing second and third.
Number 21, designated hitter Jacob Doctor.
And was hit home on a 2 RBI double from Charlie Huners. Here's Jacob Doctor now, who also got on base to start off the inning in the 3rd with a walk. He was part of that RBI double from Huners. All right, final stats for Mitch Olson. He threw 1.1 innings, had 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a total of 47 pitches. Shot out towards left field. Left fielder will bring it into the glove. Runner's got a return. He'll get there in time. But a fly out to left for Jacob Doctor. 1 out on the board, and a runner on first here for Renner. Jacob Sanderson, the lefty, now batting. Charlie Huners on deck. Sanderson scored, I believe, the 3rd run of this ball game. He is the one who reached on the errant throw and subsequent obstruction, and this time he's going to get a base hit, a grounder in between short and third, out towards left. He'll stand on first. Last time he was on base, he did score a run.
The Renner leadoff batter, number 2, shortstop, Charlie Huners.
Charlie Huners now back up to bat. Huners in the 3rd inning had a very similar situation. He had 2 runners on and hit a 2 RBI double. Game is currently 8-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch strike for Dylan Rodden. Rodden has 1 out, 2 on. Foul ball. Here we go. We are at that time of the night where the bugs are flying towards the light, and my press box is the light. Return to the batting, and we've got an 0-2 shot out towards left field. It does not stay fair. That would have brought in 2 runs if it was 3 feet to the right. So Renner has 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 8-0. We'll go through those runs and RBIs after this at bat. as the pitcher steps off, checking the man on second. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 delivered. So Charlie Huners will strike out looking, and we bring up Kyle Konechny, who has scored 3 runs himself, brought in 2 on an RBI, has a single and a double, scored on a wild pitch, and was walked once. One heck of a game for that young man. Batting second in the lineup, center fielder. Konechny has 2 on with 2 down in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. One count after the foul with 2 outs. Low pitch. Temperatures dropping here in Brookings as another foul ball comes in. We're now at about 73 degrees. Comfortable conditions for August baseball. We've been having 90s all week. This has been a pretty beautiful day here at the park, or Bob Shelden Field in Brookings, South Dakota. 2-2 count with 2 outs and 2 on. Little grounder is going to go to the outfield. 1 will score, maybe 2. Konechny with another RBI. He'll stand on first. 1 run goes in. Brody Jacobson is hit home. Jacob Sanderson is now leading off third. And we've got another mound visit, the catcher. Nope, he's not going to walk all the way up there. He just walks up and gives some signals, and we'll return to action. Dylan Rodden on the mound for Watertown. Sully Schlimgen batting. They're going to catch a runner between first and second, and this could end the inning. He's going to get back on the bag. A little bit of trickery from Renner here. Once they had a runner between first and second, they were trying to get the man on third to get home, but Watertown saw the trick. Not sure if that was planned or improvised. Either way, no outs and no score. The 1-0 outside. Normally you wouldn't attempt something like that with 2 outs on the board. If your runner gets picked off between first and second, it just ends the inning either way. He'd have to get to a bag safe. Two-0 count. It's going to get by the pitcher, by the catcher. Runner on third stays. The catcher is able to grab it in time to prevent a run scoring, but runner will advance from first to second. Konechny now in scoring range as well. This is a 9-0 ball game. Renner on top of Watertown. Sully Schlimgen with a chance to put Renner up double digits. The 3-0 pitch. Missed him, walked him, bases loaded. Zachary Dunham now up to bat. Dunham hit the first RBI of this ball game, brought in Konechny himself for the first run back in the first inning. In the second inning, he was walked, was left on base. Third inning, he did hit a single and was eventually left on base as well. He has got on base in all 3 plate appearances. A hit here would put Renner up double digits. Strike thrown there from Dylan Rodden. It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. High inside throw. It's a 2-1 count. A walk here would be devastating. Strike 2 thrown. Rodden's got a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Strike would end this inning for Watertown. Swing and miss for strike 3. We go to the 5th inning now. This game from the First Bank and Trust, proud to support the 2024 American Legion State Tournament. I wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. Back here in 60 seconds on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
All right, 9-0 is the score of this ball game. Renner on top of Watertown. I did check in the break, and I was wrong on that little ring around the rosy play between first and second, where the runner was trying to distract somebody to get the runner on third home. Watertown didn't fall for the trick, but even if they were to get the runner out between first and second there, as long as the man touches home plate first, it still would have been a run scored. And that would have been 10-0 for Renner, which would have put into place the mercy rule. But since this is 9-0 in the 5th inning, the mercy rule is not in effect at the moment. Renner would have been 3 outs away from victory right here. They will have to go to the bat in the bottom of the inning. So Dylan Rodden will lead off the inning now for Watertown. Once again, that didn't happen though. So we are here in the 5th in a 9-0 ball game. Strike 1 thrown. Dylan Arbogast has gone the distance. He's still out there for Renner. Only 1 run scored for Renner in the 4th. Grounder to short, fielded clean, throw to first. On target throw, 1 down for Renner. Renner still can end this game in this inning, however, if they go up by 10 runs in the bottom of the inning. Can't just hit 10, you have to be up by 10. We saw that earlier today in the Harrisburg Gold Rapid City Post 22 game. 15-5 was the final. First pitch of the next at-bat. Ball 1. Rodden will ground out. Now Hayden Reese is batting. This is the leadoff hitter for Watertown. Swing and strike. It's number 1. Hayden Reese, last time he was here, he did hit a single and get on first, but then he was part of the 8-3 double play. And yes, 8-3. We had a catch out in center field, thrown into first. Beautiful throw, right on target. Got there in time. And an 8-3 double play, that was in the 3rd. The 1-2. Ball. Little hopper in the air. The first baseman just dives for it and brings it in himself. Zachary Dunham with the catch for out number 2. Now Mitch Olson will come up to bat. Mitch Olson, in his first 2 plate appearances, is 0 for 2. He flew out to right and flew out to center. This time he's going to go over to left field and it'll drop for a base hit. He's on first. The fly out to center in that last at-bat was the 8-3 double play. This time he places it perfect in left field, drops in front of the left fielder, and he takes a bag. 2 outs are on the board for Watertown. They do trail this game 9-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Arbogast lets it fly, and it gets by the third baseman now. A hit off the bat of Caden Rylance. And now there's runners on first and second. Back-to-back hits for Watertown. And a little bit of momentum for the 5 seed. Back-to-back hits, back-to-back singles, and Mitch Olson is now in scoring position. Nathan Briggs comes into bat. He was hit by pitch in a first inning, struck out in the 3rd, now here in the 5th. (1-0) is the count. Briggs, coming into this game, boasted a .714 batting average. He was struck out in the 3rd inning, however. That was batting average of the tournament, by the way. 2-1 count with 2 outs. Two-1 count. Runners on first and second here for Watertown. They trail 9-0. Another pitch outside and high. Arbogast. See if we can find a pitch count for you here. 82. Looks like that was number 83 for Arbogast. This will be 84. Foul ball. We've got a full count now with 2 outs on the board. A base hit could lead to the first runs of the game for Watertown. Strike throw will take us to the bottom of the 5th. As it stands at the moment, Renner is 1 run away from a mercy rule victory in the bottom of the 5th. Batter takes time here. A big pitch incoming. Nathan Briggs at the plate. Rylan Arbogast on the mound. The pitch. Grounder to the 3rd baseman. He's going to throw over to first. The throw's on target. Out number 3. Nathan Briggs grounds out. And Renner Royals are actually 1 run away from a mercy rule victory should they get it in the bottom of this 5th. It is a 9-0 ball game as we take a 60-second break on KYNTV.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
9-0 is the score of this ball game, bottom of the 5th inning. This is KYNTV. My name is Tehl Tanner, here for the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. Thank you all for listening to this broadcast. We're having a good time here at Bob Shelden Field. It's been a pleasure and a joy to cover this tournament. We will be here for the final 3 or 4 games over Friday and Saturday. Special thanks to our entire crew. Bryce Ladwig, our KYNTV director and producer. Brayden Butler, dual cameraman and play-by-play duties, as well as myself doing that same role. And then Austin Kathol, kind of running our pitcher over-the-shoulder outfield camera today. On-site technical operator. Barry Hine has been calling our Brookings games. He's been calling Brookings games all year long. And he will be here tomorrow for that Brookings game as well. Our final 4 teams are decided once again. Harrisburg Gold, Brookings, Watertown, and Renner. These 2 teams here, they will both be playing tomorrow. This is not an elimination game, as both of these 2 teams won both their first games. This is a double elimination tournament. What this game decides is who has a guaranteed trip to Championship Saturday. Since both teams only play once tomorrow, you can't lose twice. The winner of this game will be going to Championship Saturday. Tomorrow's game for the winner of this game will decide whether they have only 1 loss to give or 2. 0-1 pitch. Foul ball. This is Hunter Denboer, batting 5th in the lineup. He has been walked in 3 consecutive at-bats today. Now faces an 0-2 count. Down in a hole here. The 0-2 pitch. Hit low for it, just got a piece as it hits the backstop. That'll keep him alive in the at-bat. Brogan Moffitt is on deck here. We're going to have a shot out towards left center field, and it will drop for a base hit. And he's going to try and take second base, throw in. That was close. He's safe. A double for Hunter Denboer. Close play at second, and now he's in scoring position. And that double once again puts him in scoring position, and Denboer will actually represent the winning run of this ball game. Once again, we're in the bottom of the 5th. Should Renner get 1 more run to make it a 10-0 game, the mercy rule will apply, and the game will finish. Tomorrow's action, once again, will be at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. We've got 2 games tomorrow. We know the teams. We don't know the matchups as of yet. The only unofficial thing I can give you, because truthfully I don't know, is in these tournaments they try to avoid teams playing twice as much as they can before Championship Saturday. And Renner has played 2 of the final 3 teams besides them in both Watertown and Brookings. So we'll see what happens. But there are 4 final teams set in Renner, Watertown, Brookings, and Harrisburg Gold. The final matchups will be released after the conclusion of this game. Hopefully they get it out quickly and we'll be able to get it to you while we're still live. Otherwise, you'll be able to check the start times of our upcoming broadcasts on KYNTV. Get a notification there. Once again, if you hit the subscribe button on YouTube on KYNTV and turn on notifications, you will be notified every time we go live for one of these tournament games. So it's a good idea to hit that subscribe button, and you will get a notification every time we go live. And if that way, if there are further schedule changes, you'll also be the first to know. Shot out towards center field, a deep shot, and this will drop for a base hit and the ball game. Renner will take it 10-0 in 5. Final score, Renner defeats Watertown 10-5. Or 10-0, excuse me, in 5. So that will do it for day 3 of this tournament. 11 games are in the books. 4 teams remain. The one-loss teams are Harrisburg Gold, Brookings, and Watertown. Those 3 teams, every game they play is elimination. Should they lose any final game, that will be curtains. For Renner, however, as the final unbeaten team in the tournament, they can, in fact, lose one more game and still be in the tournament. They go to Championship Saturday guaranteed. Now tomorrow's game for Renner, when they play tomorrow, they will be in a very, very heavy spot. They will be in a very heavy spot, as if they win tomorrow, they go to Saturday with a game to give. They got to be beaten twice by whoever they play. And we just got the matchups, and it is exactly what we thought it was going to be. Watertown will be playing Brookings at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. will be the start of that one, and then 7 p.m. will be Renner versus Harrisburg Gold, the number 1 seed in this tournament versus the lone unbeaten team. So once again, we will return tomorrow, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. for the final 4 of this tournament. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to come back in 60 seconds and give you the final stats of today, go through tomorrow's matchups once more. But once again, final score today, 10-0 in 5, Renner over Watertown.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Ball game in the books. Renner over Watertown, 10-0 in 5. Our second mercy rule of the day. Of the 3 scheduled games for today, 2 of them ended in 5 innings in a 10-run rule. Harrisburg Gold defeated Rapid City Post 22 today, 15-5. Brandon Valley fell to Brookings today, 3-0. And then Renner beats Watertown 10-0. There actually was another game today, even though it started last night with the weather delay. Renner and Brookings also finished today in a 1-0 victory for Renner. So Renner, as the lone unbeaten team, goes into tomorrow versus Harrisburg Gold at 7 p.m. It'll be, once again, Watertown Brookings at 4. Let's go ahead and go over our final stats today, and then we'll go fully into our bracket review. Our final stats, we'll start it off here with Watertown. They did have 6 hits in this ball game, despite not getting a run. The hits came in. Rylance had 2, Olson had 1, Reese had 1, Juergens had 1, and Pitkin had 1. Those were the hits. Your pitching stats. Rodden threw an inning, had 3 hits, 1 run. Dyla threw a few pitches as well. Looks like 7 pitches. He had 2 hits and a run as well. Berg threw 1.2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 strikeouts. Olsen had 2 strikeouts with 4 runs and 3 hits. And Rodden had 2 strikeouts with 1 run and 3 hits. Those are your final stats for Watertown in this game. Once again, Watertown not eliminated. They will play tomorrow. We're going to go more into depth into that in just a minute. Final stats for Renner now. Started off with the hits. They had 12 of them. 12 hits today, and almost every single player who had an at-bat was able to get a hit today, except for, I think, only one player. We'll take a look here. It is Huners, who had 1 hit, Konechny, who had 2, Schlimkin, who had 1, Dunham had 2, Denboer had 1, I think Bear had 1, Jacobson had 1, Doctor had 1, and Sanderson had 2. That is what the game changer stats say for this ball game. Runs came in, 10 of them, 3 from Konechny, easily player of the game. Scored the winning run there. Or excuse me, scored that run in the 4th as well, and then had 3 total runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Was walked once as well. Schlimkin had that 1 hit, 1 RBI. Dunham had an RBI. Denboer had 1 run scored. Bear had an RBI. Jacobson had 2 runs score with a hit. Doctor had 2 runs score. And Sanderson had a run score. Those were the 10 and the 8 RBIs as well. Your pitching stats, one man did all 5 innings and pitched a shutout. 6 hits for Rylan Arbogast, but no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched. He threw 85 total pitches and faced 22 batters. Great game for Arbogast pitching that shutout. Those are our final stats. With that, we're going to go ahead and go to our bracket review now from the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton, located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium and the NCSU campus, and a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at Dakota Bank Center. You can start your day with the free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. All at the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. So let's go ahead and run through it now. I'm not going to go through all 11 games. We're just going to go give final scores here for the ones today. We did see a couple teams say goodbye to the tournament in Rapid City Post 22 and Brandon Valley. Sioux Falls East and Yankton fell yesterday. Those are the 4 teams out. The 4 teams left, Harrisburg Gold, Brookings, Watertown, Renner. The games today. Renner defeated Brookings in the first game of the day. It was actually last night's game, carried over to the weather. You know the story. 1-0 was the final. Next game up was at 1 p.m. It was Harrisburg Gold, 15-5 over Rapid City Post 22. Brookings then defeated Brandon Valley 3-0. And the nightcap game just finished. Renner over Watertown 10-0. That makes our matchups tomorrow set. 4 and 7. Are the times. It will be Watertown versus Brookings at 4 p.m. Watertown versus Brookings at 4 p.m. That is, once again, an elimination game. Watertown versus Brookings. Loser goes home. Winner goes to championship Saturday. And then the 7 p.m. game will be Renner versus Harrisburg Gold Post 45. And that game is an interesting one because that's the game that will determine whether we have 2 or 3 teams that make it to Saturday. If Harrisburg Gold wins, we will have 3 teams in on Saturday. Renner, obviously, as a undefeated team in the tournament in a double elimination style, they can take the 1 loss and go to Saturday. But if Renner defeats Harrisburg Gold, then we just go straight to Saturday with Renner facing the winner of Brookings and Watertown. Obviously, we're going to talk more about that tomorrow, but those are your 2 games and your 2 matchups. 4 p.m., Watertown Brookings, 7 p.m., Renner, Harrisburg Gold. That's going to do it for our broadcast today. 11 games in the books, 3 or 4 remaining. My name is Tehl Tanner. This has been another edition of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. Final score of Game 11, Renner over Watertown in 5, 10-0.